Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the IWC is in for a treat because this is a new wrestling show brought to you by the Burgh Wrestling. My name is Kevin. Right here is my best friend Eric. And we're going to tell you our take on Smackdown Live for November 7th, 2017.
I thought this was one of the best episodes of Smackdown in a long time. Quite honestly.
Honestly, I can agree. We start out the night, AJ Styles video package about his match tonight with Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship. And it's just basically covering what we know already, like, oh, AJ got attacked by the Singh brothers last week. Now, I have no problem with that, a catch-up in case you missed the episode. But at the same time, just going to point this out now, they go over this at least multiple times throughout the show, which was a problem for me, at least. And I know Eric had a problem with it as well. To move on, we then get a video graphic for Ellsworth versus Becky in a Battle of the Sexes, which is one of the matches I got to go, why?
Ruthless aggression, folks.
Exactly. I just don't get it.
Remember the Umaga versus Maria? Maria got her ass beat.
That was miserable.
Frightening.
That was frightening because he's a big Samoan monster attacking this scrawny woman. And not to be mean, but like she was in shape, but she was real small compared to, like, say, if you look at people with like definition of muscle like China or Victoria at the time, or even someone bigger like Karma. I'll even go back to Awesome Kong or Amazing Kong. I can't remember which one it was in TNA, but like that. But then we get a video graphic for the Usos versus Benjamin and Gable in a tag team championship match. Now, going to we're going to cover that later, but as I watched it, it was more like the video graphic. I was like, okay, they have a chance. It's not like we're not going to see a title change. We could, who knows? Anything's possible. After that, we get another AJ and Jinder little reminder for tonight. And it's just like, didn't you just go over that?
WWE is really known for that. I mean, they will push the same thing 5 times before you get to it. Then when you get to it, you're not that excited for it. I mean, you just gotta let it go sometimes. I mean, maybe once again.
But I understand their formula to where if you just tuned in, but that was literally a couple seconds or a minute before.
DVR exists.
Exactly. So first thing of the night, we have Shane McMahon opening the show in a little promo talking about how the New Day showed up on Monday Night Raw the night before in a, controversial angle during the Tag Team Championship match for Rollins, Ambrose versus The Bar.
Which The Bar are your new Tag Team Champions.
We did not get to Raw last night just because this is our first video and we're stupid.
That's fine.
Our bad.
Raw will come next week.
We will get Raw next week.
SmackDown, and we will be doing every single pay-per-view.
We might eventually get an NXT, but we have to get back into watching it. It's been a while. It really has. Since Bobby Roode got called up is the last time I've probably watched NXT. But Shane goes on more about Survivor Series details, and like we're representing Team Blue, and the heart and soul of Team Blue is the New Day, and that's when New Day comes out. Basically, we see another video package of them talking about their little promo they did where, what did Raw do after we attacked them? Nothing. And, like, I get it. It's funny. And in a while, maybe they start to get stale, but I like the New Day. It's just, they do too much, I feel. If we saw less of them, it'd be a real shock when they show up to places. Although the Monday Night Raw thing was a shock because they're not on that brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. But like, the thing that gets me about this is, you remember back in the day with the first brand warfare? Remember the commentators were solely on that show?
Yeah, and then you got Corey Graves migrating to 2 shows, and you have Tom Facefuck Phillips asking him, hey, what brand are you pulling for? Well, I would probably be rooting for the show I've been on since day one, and that is Monday Night Raw.
I mean, I would assume so. What the fuck?
So why even ask that question, Tom Facefuck Phillips?
David Otunga's busy fucking jerking off.
Oh, no, he was doing a movie. He's on the kickoff shows for pay-per-view, so he's clearly back, but they're not using him.
But why would you double book Corey Graves? Doesn't that kind of make it hard? Doesn't it make it harder for him?
Oh, it does, but he's not wrestling, so I guess it's okay.
I guess it is okay, but there is such thing as mental anguish. Just a little bit from that,
I'm Vince McMahon, damn it. Nobody gets tired unless I say they get tired.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Or else you're fired.
Ask CM Punk. You're not allowed to get sick with a staph infection either.
Or try to sue their doctors. They will own your ass. So during the New Day's little promo, and they're starting to dance and make an awkward dance with Shane McMahon, which I never want to see Shane dance again. We get Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens coming out and interrupting everything, saying that they were screwed. Now, what's funny about that is Sami goes, "Oh, I didn't lose to Randy Orton. I lost to a low blow." It's like, you beat Randy Orton with a low blow, I'm pretty sure the week or two before. It's just like, the hypocritical of heels is just fucking hilarious sometimes.
Oh, I know. When they do it, it's okay. You know,
but when a face does it to,
you know?
Yeah, and then like if someone else does it to them, it's just like
cheating.
Exactly. So what we gathered from that, we got a impromptu match, Sami versus Kofi, which it was going pretty okay, and then Kofi wins with a roll up, and then Kevin Owens proceeds to beat the shit out of Kofi for all about 5 seconds before the New Day gets involved. Now, do you have anything else you want to bring up about that match?
Let's see. I did like the one bouncy spring spot.
That he did, where he looked like he was humping the ropes for about 5 seconds.
It looked kind of stupid at first, but then when you really look at it, it's like not too many people can do that.
But remember the comment? I forget. Was it Graves who made the comment? Even the Russians like that.
Oh, yeah, even the Russians. Yeah.
What does that mean? Are they trying to say the Russians don't like a lot of shit? Because I don't get it either.
I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the Russians are still people, and they probably still have some fun from time to time. If you are eventually watching this from Russia, we're sorry for that comment, even though we have nothing to do with WWE.
And it's kind of funny because now when people talk about Russia, you don't know if it's about politics or a joke.
And I don't know where that came from, and he should probably keep it away from the show.
Kind of confusion. I'm like, is this about politics? Is it about? When I'm talking about politics, is when people talk about Trump and Russia. I'm not going to have a say on it there. But I'm just saying, like, that's where the confusion comes from.
And it's like, this is wrestling, and I understand there's politics in wrestling, and Vince McMahon's a big fan of Trump. They're friends, but don't bring that into the show. Please don't.
Yeah,
it confuses fans. It confuses fans.
It kind of alienates fans because they want to get away from that kind of shit. I mean, excuse my language, but that's just...
Oh, no, we're going to swear, and we're never going to be monetized, so ding!
We'll make a Patreon soon.
If we get a little more popular and get more content up, because we'll see. Because I'm stupid and work a lot. So then we have a gender promo that I don't feel really did anything for anybody. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's trying to talk himself up, but then I'm pretty sure this was the promo where he said that AJ is just an appetizer. And it's like, that is AJ Styles. He was an IWGP heavyweight champion. He was the TNA champion. He was a one-time WWE champion. And actually, that accolade is false, that one right there. But if you haven't seen the show or you're waiting to the end review, we'll get to that. But gender, people do like him in the IWC, and I don't quite understand. I mean, I understand he's doing his job, and he's a babyface in India, which that doesn't make sense for him to be the evil foreigner. Sorry about that. I had a brain freeze. That's funny, right? No? Okay. So, yeah, he's a babyface in India, and it's just like, well, then why do you book him as a terrible person? Oh, you hate me because of the color of my skin. Again, that's that politics coming into play for wrestling.
Just keep actual politics out of wrestling. Just make wrestling wrestling. That's just my thing, okay?
Yeah. Well, then again, this is the WWE.
If I want politics, okay, I'll watch C-SPAN.
Okay, listen to this. So keep in mind, remember, WWE has not shied away from popular news headlines and stuff. Remember the one dude who had his manhood chopped off by his wife? And they brought into the Val Venus storyline, choppy choppy your pee-pee?
Yeah, I remember it was, he was messing with Kind Tie, he messed with, what's his
their manager or whatever, yeah. And he chopped off. Yeah.
Yeah, right before the camera
they cut out.
You could just see the sword was like this close to Val Venus is what they called pee-pee.
Or sausage if you're Val Venus. So after that promo and that weird side
So
thing,
wait, speaking of which, Jinder Mahal compared AJ Styles to an appetizer. And, I was really thinking it was going to be, this is a cuisine match. I really thought it was going to...
I didn't know Vince Russo was back in the company, although we did see a guitar on a pole match. Again, Monday Night Raw.
Indian cuisine. I thought we were going to see some American cuisine, like burgers, like when AJ Styles picks up a cheeseburger and throws it in his face.
I mean, he's from the South, so probably grits. He'd hit him in the face with grits.
And Jinder Mahal pulls out the curry sauce or something.
It blinds AJ Styles.
Him or something.
All right.
I don't know.
I don't
That's
know.
what I really thought they were.
Okay,
hyping up
this
there.
next point that I'm going to make really confuses me. If you pay attention to anything online, you'll find out that the Legend Brothers have already debuted at a live show in the UK. And for them to still be having
Why is
vignettes.
there vignettes? Vignettes is before someone debuts?
Yeah, and they shouldn't let them, if they wanted to make it interesting, because you see with Fashion Files, clearly BB might as well just say the Bludgeon Brothers, although Connor did bring that up. And that's funny how they have the Ascension in that. I think it's priceless to see these dudes that are supposed to be big, tough, and scary
Speaking of
screwing
which,
around.
There is no
There was no
Fashion
Fashion
Police.
Files this
Yeah,
week.
that's the sad
That's
part. That's
sad.
like our favorite part of the fucking
It's
show.
hilarious. I think it's everyone's favorite part, to be
So-
honest. But yeah, like, why have them still do vignettes if they're already debuted technically? It's a technicality, but who
I
doesn't...
mean, house shows people are not supposed to see. Well, guess what? We have our phones.
Exactly.
We have our phones. We're gonna be, it's dumb. That's why, in my belief, I always say this: house shows are absolutely useless.
Unless you're trying to make money, and they're a multi-million-dollar company,
WWE.
billion-dollar
They're
company.
Exactly, they're a multi-millionaire dollar company. Why do you need house shows?
You don't. But
You have a weekly. You have 4 million people at least.
and then you have
TV
like three or four shows in a week, 205 lives on SmackDown Live. Yeah, but it's extra wrestling.
Too many shows.
You have NXT, you have SmackDown, you have Raw. You're going to be doing this UK show eventually, which I didn't get the firing pistol started. I mean, Pete Dunne, though, on Raw last night was an awesome occurrence because Pete Dunne is awesome. And if you don't know who Pete Dunne is, go fuck yourself.
He's the bruiserweight. That's all you got to know.
So the next thing was Orton versus Rusev. And if you were paying
This match
attention to
again. It's like
this match, it's the third time.
Dude, I can't stand like Randy Orton. He's not even. Every match he's in sucks.
Because he doesn't care, because he's not supposed to be a babyface. He's never supposed to be a baby. He's too big of a dick to be a babyface.
That's the real life. That's the real
John
life guy
Cena's
we're
tongue
talking-
in cheek. Randy Orton is insubordinate, kicked out of the Marines type guy.
Yeah,
He's not supposed to be a
desertion.
face. Well, insubordination is really what got kicked him out. I'm pretty
Desertion.
sure.
That's the nail in the coffin that got him the
But
dishonorable discharge.
if you were paying attention, and I don't know if you guys do from time to time, I like to read the tweets at the bottom of the screen. Apparently, Twitter updated a new character limit, and literally it said it's Rusev Day, and then like 25 Ys. And it was just priceless because WWE picks and chooses the tweets they want to put on there, and they thought this is the best tweet to put on. I mean, hey, I think it's funny. They did a good job on this one. You know what I mean?
That was great. Usually it's like I don't give a shit about tweets, but
That one made me laugh pretty good. But the
in
match
this
was boring.
In this match, if Rusev wins, he's gonna represent Team SmackDown.
Yeah.
Obviously, he didn't win because it's Blandy Borton. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Shout out to Grim on that one, but
Super silly pop.
Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. The match was dumb. Every single Randy Orton match, it's the same old shit. Literally, SOS, same old shit.
And then we got more overhyping for later in the night, and it's just, again, this is like the third time you've called out some of these matches, and it's like, why? It's like, we already get it. You don't have to hammer it in our heads a million times, but remember, we have short attention spans. We are the wrestling community.
We don't know what happened 2 weeks ago.
It's like, we don't know that...
We're not supposed to remember what happened 2 weeks ago.
Well, here, put it this way. It's like when Kane was Sir Isaac Yankem, or just Isaac Yankem. I can't remember which one it was. I just know it was Isaac Yankem, and the dentist, they put a mask on him so you couldn't tell he was that weird dentist a couple months before. Or a while before. I don't
Makes
remember
sense.
how long
Put the
before.
mask on.
And you never know. And you would know. You would never know because he doesn't talk until they went, I'm Kane. Sorry to anyone who's a smoker and actually has to talk like this, but it's just...
They did give him that stupid freaking voice box thing back in 99, 2000.
So, moving on, we get to the Becky and Ellsworth match, and before this, they had the most awkward promo I've
promo
ever
is
seen.
great.
And he just comes off as a sexist.
Comes off as a sexist to me. He goes like, you see, if you think you have a chance, I am a man.
And we're in Manchester, not her Chester.
Womanchester.
Womanchester. It's like, what? You're just pissing off a lot of people back in the States, James Ellsworth. You probably will not be able to show your face to a lot of people.
I know it's scripted, but...
That's a little far.
I don't know
Vince, that was too far.
I don't know who came up with that. I mean... whoever it was on the creative team, like, when they were sitting down there, it's like, what's Ellsworth going to say to her? All right, I don't know. I can see Michael P.S. Hayes. He's just like, he's going to say as many sexist remarks as possible, like, you're a woman. You're not as strong as a man. It's like, that's great.
All right. Moving on from the awkwardness of that match, especially when he shoved Becky and you hear the crowd just go nuclear. Just, oh no. It's like they got pissed. But that's like the biggest noteworthy thing from that. I really don't want to talk about it anymore. After that, we got the Usos in, I'm going to just call them America's Greatest Tag Team, or World's Greatest Tag Team version 2, American Alpha version 2, whichever one you're more comfortable with, that's what they
Now,
are.
I have no idea. I have not looked at the news, but I think Jay's leg is broken or his ACL's crushed.
It was nasty to watch. He definitely got hit hard and then twisted up on it, and that was not good for anyone to see or for him probably to feel. And I feel like the match outcome was changed because they just let them count him out. He couldn't get back in the ring. So I'm going to say the Usos were supposed to win that regardless, and it was probably going to be by pinfall or something, but that was probably not the original finish in mind.
I think Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin will be the SmackDown Tag Team Champions going into facing...
How would they do it? If he's really hurt, they can't do that match.
I'm going to guess next week they're going to say the Usos have to vacate their tag titles.
Possibly. I understand where you're coming from with that.
There's going to be a new tag team match to determine the new tag champs to represent.
Yeah, I can see where that is.
As we have fucking 3 minutes left. Okay.
Oh, time. Hey, wait. We don't want the show to go 3 minutes too long. Or else both Rosie and Umaga are going to come back from the dead and fuck us up. Okay, for the final note of the night, it is the main event, the thing we've been overhyped all night, and that's Jinder versus AJ Styles. Now, I can tell you, AJ made Jinder look better than usual. He definitely fed off the crowd. Jinder just running around with his bulkiness and just throwing AJ around because AJ is not the biggest man, so it made sense. You knew the Singh brothers were going to get involved. It wasn't much of it's a shock, but AJ really took it to the Singh brothers, and that's what made it cool because they weren't able to interfere too much. And, well, we saw the end result, and that's AJ winning the title.
AJ winning the title, and that one bump he took on the announce table. I mean, I don't like the stiff announce table shots they do, man. It looks like it looks more painful. That actually looks more painful than
when it used to. Yeah.
The announce table. I mean, like how it doesn't break anymore. I mean, dude, you could just—it's like as hard as this. Man, imagine your back landing on that. Man.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't.
I
just love how there's no more monitors.
For him sometimes.
The monitors not being there is funny too. So they're just throwing
a bunch of tablets.
Just how many tablets?
Get this thing out here.
How many tablets do they go through, like every other week? Like I swear to God. But in end result of that match, we see AJ winning, celebrating, and then we see Jinder just going ham on the Singh brothers out.
Don't forget, I think we had possibly two turns, right? We had Jinder beating the hell out of the Singh brothers, and remember Carmella just doing a nice super kick to James Ellsworth. That was interesting, but I think she's still going to be a heel. And we've seen her punch him and shit like that.
Yeah, this could either mean one of two things: she turned on him, and he's done. They're firing him because you see the recent cutting streak, or it's just a learning lesson for the weird things he said, and she's going to put him back on the leash and degrade him a bit more. But AJ Styles was the man to hinder Jinder. It's amazing to say, and at the same time, because I didn't like that title reign, and if you did, tell me why you did, because I just couldn't get behind it. It just seemed so awkward and out of place.
It made you want to tune in to see him get beat. It's one good thing.
Well, yeah, it did, but it was just one of those awkward things that I just didn't like. And it's just like he can talk, but when your whole promo is based off "you hate me because I'm different," it's just kind of like, can you come up with anything else? Call yourself a superior athlete. You didn't do that.
He has a dream that one day. No, but seriously,
I don't get it either. But
my rating for SmackDown this week: 4 stars.
All right, 4 stars. I'll give it 3.5. You have a good night. See ya.